No one warns you about this. You're not falling apart because you're weak. You're falling apart because you've spent your whole life being strong, carrying weight no one else could see, smiling while the world was collapsing inside you. But there comes a moment when the body holds on, and the soul no longer can. And the scariest part? No one notices. There's a kind of silent pain that lives inside the ones who hold everyone together. The ones who seem unbreakable are often the ones breaking the most. And if that's you, how long can you keep being everyone's strength when no one's there to hold you? What happens when the strong one finally gets tired? Before we answer that, we need to understand something deeper. Where did this need to be everyone's hero even come from? And why is it destroying you? There's a truth no one tells you. And maybe that's why it breaks you in silence. You're not collapsing because you're weak. You're collapsing because no one ever taught you how to carry the weight of being the strong one. You've been the solution, the anchor, the support, the answer. And now you're the one drowning. You smile on the outside. You manage life. But deep down, there's a quiet scream that never leaves your chest. Because you're exhausted. Not tired, spiritually exhausted. And no one sees it. Because you hide it so well. But let's be honest. How long can you keep pretending you're okay? How long can you hold everyone up while secretly falling apart? If this story is touching you, comment below where you're watching from and what time it is right now. Let's talk about what no one tells the strong ones. Because behind the silence, there's a truth too many carry. You're breaking, trying to be a hero. You didn't choose this role. It chose you. Maybe it started in childhood. Maybe you were the one who had to grow up fast. Be mature early. Calm the storms around you. Keep the peace in a house that had none. You learned how to read the room before you learned how to read a book. You became good at surviving, at sensing danger before it happened, at protecting people who never protected you. And that training, it didn't disappear. It followed you into adulthood. Now you're the one everyone runs to. But who do you run to? Here's what no one tells you. Strength without rest is not strength. It's self-destruction. And you've been living like a soldier who never left the battlefield. You take care of others. You say yes when you're crumbling inside. You apologize for feeling too much. You shrink your needs because you don't want to be a burden. But the real burden is the lie you've been taught. That being strong means being silent. That needing help is weakness. That if you break, everything breaks with you. Let me tell you something you need to hear. You are allowed to rest. You are allowed to say, I'm not okay. You are allowed to fall apart, not because you're weak, but because you've been holding too much for too long. You are not a machine. You are not a role. You are not a title. You are a human being who deserves the same love you give to everyone else. And if no one has told you this before, let me be the first. You deserve softness, too. Here's the twist nobody sees coming. The strongest people are often the most invisible. They don't complain. They don't ask for help. They just keep going. But inside, they're begging for someone to notice. And the tragedy is no one ever does. Because they've built a perfect mask. One that says, I've got it all together. One that hides the panic, the burnout, the emotional numbness. But no mask can protect a soul forever. Eventually, even the strongest armor begins to crack. And when it does, people say, I had no idea. Of course they didn't, because you never let them see. But this is your moment now, to stop hiding, to stop performing, to stop sacrificing your humanity just to be needed. You don't need to earn rest. You don't need to justify your pain. You don't need to wait until you break to be worthy of healing. You can choose something different, a new kind of strength, the kind that says, I'm still strong, but I'm not going to carry it all alone anymore. You are not here just to survive. You are not here just to keep proving you can handle more. You are not here to be the hero of everyone's story while abandoning your own. Maybe it's time to become your own rescue, to take off the cape, to stop trying to save everyone and finally save yourself. Not because you're selfish, but because you're sacred, and sacred things deserve to be protected, including you. So, if this story reached something deep in you, do one thing. Pause. Right now. Close your eyes and tell yourself, I'm allowed to rest. Say it again. Out loud, I'm allowed to rest. Because the world doesn't need you burned out. It needs you alive, whole, free, and maybe for the first time in your life, truly seen. We are all heroes of our own stories.